Yo, what is up, guys? Here again with another video. We're showing off this little deck profile for this pure Mermail Atlantean build. I took to locals last weekend and been showing the feature matches from all week. So yeah, let's get into the deck profile. Just some quick notes. So it's a 44 card list, and the 44th card was 1-for-1 in the Kaijus. I basically wanted to test out the Kaijus in the deck. I wanted to see how it functioned with the deck as a a blank water, and how it acted as a board breaker, as well as like it's kind of a combo piece in terms of like it synergizes like some of your cards like Poseidras and Zealantis in the extra deck. So I want to try it out, see how it felt. And yeah, so this deck plays like 20 non-engine in a 44 card list. Honestly, the non-engine kind of felt like too much. Just the fact that like the deck there's so much fluff in here. So yeah, I don't know. The non-engine, it worked out. I lost my rolls when I needed to. But going back, I would definitely cut down some of the non-engine. And then just last couple of notes here. I decided to play pure because for two reasons mainly. One reason is because I already had some performance shown with the DeepseaKing variant, and so I'm just like less inclined to want to keep working on it. Because I feel like that variant is not solved, but like at least like the engine for the deck seems pretty solved, and so I just like want to try out pure and see if I can like do anything with this deck as well. This variant, I have a case tourney coming up and a regional in Wisconsin that I'm hoping to take pure to and just see how I do. I do actually believe that the turbo variant is stronger just in terms of the ceiling from the deck. That like I think the consistency boost you get with pure isn't strong enough to like, you know, outweigh the ceiling and the streamlinedness of the DeepseaKing variant. But I do find the pure variant more fun. I think it's more challenging to play out, and I think it's just more of a reward when you do well with it. Just not being able to rely on DeepseaKing to close out games. You know, it's not that it's the better variant, it's just the one that I find more enjoyment with. But yeah, let's hop into it. So start with Atlanteans. Play triple prince, obvious. Best card in the deck. Don't need to talk about that. One infantry. Don't really need to talk about that. That's kind of standard. We can get to 3 shine though. So I did play 3 shine. In terms of pure, I'm starting to lean towards, unless like I start playing like the Ice Shade card, which I am looking into. The copies of Shrine, I think, actually go down, just in the fact that you have to pair Mermail or Atlantean with this card. You can have some awkward hands, like some of the time, not really, but where I think Shrine's the most awkward is that in the pure variant, it just doesn't seem like, in DeepseaKing, this card is a starter in the sense where like at least you can get DeepseaKing, which is always like double toed plus like I don't know, like something else on top of it, maybe like a Chenning. But in terms of how this card performs in the pure variant, it acts more of an extender. So like when you go first and you open Shrine, it's not actually that great. So I think I'm looking into like wanting to cut down to at least 2 copies, and maybe even 1 copy, which seems a little crazy because I like the grind game of having multiple Shrine banishes, but that might not be necessary. So we'll be playing with that a little bit in the future. And then 3 Dragoons, best card of the deck. I consider Prince, Dragoons, both. I consider Dragoons like a starter card. Like Dragoons and Squad might not be like, cause they're not like legitimate starters because you need a discard outlet, but you should be playing enough discard outlets to where you should be almost always getting them off, or at least hopefully always getting them off. Yeah, Dragoons is solid. And then I decided to play triple Poseidra. So I'm playing triple Poseidra because I find this card's value is really high going second, and I know we're not always going second, but the thing that Poseidra at least does is being able to send from the field. So it kind of acts like Shrine, where it's able to send from field or hand to summon. But better than Shrine, it doesn't require a certain water, so you can send like Perulia or your Kaiju to summon this if you have to. And then just the fact that it's a body, just kind of helps play through like Droll a little bit better than Shrine as well. And like, yeah, you can summon from your deck, but just having this card just like out the gate is pretty strong. Plus, if you have this card out the gate, then your Shrine can do other things, which is cool. And then yeah, just going second, the fact this card becomes a literal 1 card, basically a 1 card starter in our deck. Plus, I like having multiple copies because it helps a lot in the grind game, almost more than Shrine. And that's another reason why you maybe don't need multiple copies of Shrine, because you have Lacia discard Princes for this. Plus, you have the 1 Shrine banish. And then just you can constantly summon this card every turn through Prince. And so yeah, I really like this card, and I definitely want to keep planning to play to 3. Next for Mermails, we play 3 Teus. The reason we're definitely playing 3 Titan in pure because discarding this with Dragoons is like the strongest like opening you can do, specifically through droll, is because it gets you 2 searches before you get drolled, so that's really nice. Plus, just being a level 7 body that is a free extender is just really nice, and it helps us trigger our discard outlets. And then there's the 1 pike. I love only having to play 1 pike. You know, you open it sometimes, but really like barely ever, honestly. And so pike strictly acts as like, you know, an additional extender in the deck where you really only need it when like you're playing, you're comboing. But the fact that you're able to save your normal summon all the time for Prince, the fact that you're not opening this card as often is just really nice. So yeah, 1 pike. And then 3 squad, because it's another starter card. It's a discard outlet. This is how we get going, so definitely playing 3 of those. And then for our 1 of waters, let's play the 1 Mulan and the 1 Minstrel. So yeah, Minstrel, obviously hand looping. I'm not playing multiples currently because it is searchable, and you don't technically need to play multiples. Although I am starting to feel more inclined to play multiples in pure, just because droll seems to be getting more and more popular, especially after that 3v3 YCS and everyone talking about how droll's a main deck worthy card now. So Minstrel, I think maybe is worthy at getting bumped up to multiple copies, or we need to find another way to deal with droll in the pure variant. And then just 1 Mulan for the hand loop. And then I played 1-for-1 in Triana as my, like, you know, non-engine spells. 1-for-1, I played this as a 44th card, and I really only played this because I wanted to up the consistency of the deck, because I was adding more non-engine in due to the three Kaijus. So yeah, I was playing up another starter. And then there's the Triana because I felt like I liked the value that this card offers, being able to, you know, help you get the double toad combo when you go first, because you don't have DeepseaKing to get that for free. So you know, Triana is nice. Plus, you know, helping recycle in the graveyard is super relevant. So if you're able to live for 1 turn, you know, make like a half board, or it gets broken or whatever, being able to banish just recycle your water cards is really nice. And that's it for the engine. Next, and the non-engine, did play the 3 Kaijus today. So the Kaijus were pretty cool, actually. I was never actually thinking about having this card in hand. It was always other non-engine that I was more focused on opening. But I will say that whenever I did have the Kaijus, they actually did pretty well. And they do have some pretty cool synergies, because with the main deck Poseidra and the extra deck Poseidra, you can, like, you know, tribute one of your opponent's monsters, summon one of the Poseidras, put it back in your hand. Like, you can like summon the main deck Poseidras or extra deck Poseidra, you know, target this, put it back in your hand to either retribute a card, or you keep it in your hand for now. You have card economy, so it's a disruption, plus a discard outlet for, like, you know, the XYZ Poseidra to summon back 3 bodies, and so that's pretty cool. As well as it does also combo with like Atlantis, where, you know, if you summon a Kaiju in your opponent's field, you're waterlocked, and you go Atlantis, banish the field, come back, you get the Kaiju to your field, so it helps go for lethal as well. So there were some pretty cool synergies that I wanted to play with it, and yeah, you know, it wasn't bad. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it either. Also, I played 29 engine, if I didn't already say so. Then I played Tunibirus. I just want to try out this card again. I do think this card's crazy. It's just like, it doesn't always come up. This card's like either like the best card in your deck or the worst card in your deck. Where I really like Nibiru is when I go first and you open this card, so it's just like insurance in case you get stopped. And yeah, I go back and forth with this card, especially when people are saying that you shouldn't play this card anymore. That just makes you want to play it more, I guess. Especially like with that combo Ryziel fish deck going around, Nibiru would be very beneficial to playing through that deck as well. And next, I just mained 3 Charmies. I wanted to try less Charmies in the deck, and yeah, you know, it was fine. I didn't see him as much, but when I did see him, you know, they're super powerful as always. So I probably just go back to playing like the 5 to 6 Charmies. I only own 2 Fluros. I have to borrow the 3rd one when I can. And then, so yeah, I just played the 1 Perulia to make it 3 copies. And yeah, you know, the Charmies are Charmies. Although Perulia really came up a lot because, and I really actually do like mating 1 Perulia because you can send it off the XYZ Poseidra, and then when you like link off the Poseidra to make a Coral, and you have like a Dragoons on field, you can summon back the Perulia that you sent with the XC Poseidra to then make a rank 4 play. So that was pretty relevant, and that came up a few times. Then I played Triple Ash. No questions there. Triple Droplet in the main. I was afraid of first turn dwellers. You know, people at locals know what I'm playing, so I wanted to have this as an out for it. Plus Droplet really is just, you know, it's just an ignorant card. You know, just being able to like lock off and turn off a lot of boards that you shouldn't normally be winning was really cool. I didn't see it very often, but when I did see it, you know, it literally saved me the game. So yeah, it was nice. And then Triple Imperm, best hand trap in the game. And then main Triple Impulse. I think this card probably gonna have to move to the side deck. This card feels broken, but I think I'm just so afraid of Ryziel that this card probably has to go to the side, and just to also cut down the non-engine. Whether it's Kaiju's in the main or any other hand trap in the main, like more Charmies or Droll in the main, Impulse probably has to just go to the side deck. Although I do love that card. That card's crazy. Next on to the extra deck. I played one Zealantis, one Mermail King, one Lacia, one Coral, one Raya or Aria, whatever her name is. So these are the obvious three. Don't need to really talk about those. Zealantis. Funny thing about Zealantis was, so I did play it a couple times, and it was really cool, and I did win when I used it. But the thing is having a second XYZ Poseidra, I probably would have been able to do the exact same thing anyways. That Zealantis probably just isn't needed as much as I want it to be. I just don't think it is. I think the XYZ Poseidra does the same thing, and I would almost rather just play two of these because it's just an engine card, and then that will help with dealing with Cashier unicorns over playing the Zealantis. The only reason I would want to play the Zealantis is for like D barrier, but then you can just play like synchros instead, and then you're fine. And then I have played Raya. She came up one time. I didn't actually like take anything water with her. She's just like, it's nice to have something to go into. Although honestly, if I played the dinosaur that like banishes itself to draw a card, then that card would have been actually a little bit better in the instance where I needed it. I mean, this card did work out. It searched me Prince, and I was able to win because of that. Or I actually still lost, but I should have won. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know about Araya. She just didn't really come in here, but as water gets more popular, she'll become a better card. Next in the XYZs, played the one of each of the Rig 7s. These cards are broken. I think I am finally going to commit to play two of these. I think two of these is actually potentially just like the correct play. Especially in Pure, because you typically have to use one of these on your first turn. And so if I play two of these, I don't have to play Triana, because I don't have to worry about recycling this card back anymore. Then I played a Double Bahamut and Dweller. These are obvious. And then I played Levy because it's like the best utility card for this deck in terms of like we summon back like multiple level 3s off of Poseidra. Then you can use this to like put a Prince back in your hand and then set up like a Seals play for your opponent's turn. And so that came up a few times. And then I played Double Toad, obvious. And then I played Chinning as my one synchro. Chinning was it didn't really do anything, but it's nice having a level 10 synchro. I find myself making level 10 synchro pretty often, even without Ran, even without DeepseaKing. So I do like this card a lot. And yeah, so that's it for the extra deck. And then for the side, triple Lancia, double Meowth for the Mouse Hate. The remaining two Perulias for just Ryziel and just whenever I wanted more Charmies in the side or in the main deck. Played the one Marksman. It didn't actually do anything. I really want this card to be good, but it's just not. It's a little bit more, and the times maybe I played against more back row decks. The Marksman be more legit, but yeah, I don't know. Marksman's hard. I think I want to like it, but I just don't. Then for my side-in for going first, I put in one Talents, one Call by, one Diva. I wanted to play with a Diva over two Talents because I wanted to see how adding more one-card starters to the deck going first felt compared to like playing extender cards like Talents. It was fine. I still like Diva. I think it's a solid extender, and I almost want to make a slot for it in the main deck, but I'm not sure with that card. And then I play one Harpies for the back row removal. Wasn't playing Lightning Storms because I played Nibiru, and I don't like the confliction there. But yeah, I saw Harpy one time and it was crazy. It also won me the game. So yeah, I think I want to go back to Lightning Storms and Harpies in the deck, and I don't know if that means cutting the nibs or not, but it's hard to say. And then triple Encore for the Dweller of Respect. And yeah, that was it for the side. So yeah, that's it for the deck actually. In terms of changes, or play, like if you wanted to take the Kaiju list and continue playing, I'd probably look at the Impulses, maybe go to the side, and maybe 1-for-1. These cards can like kind of go. So like if you get rid of like the 3 non-engine cards to make it deck 41, you can probably just cut the 1-for-1 and make it 40. You could also look at cutting the Triana instead of the 1-for-1, because you might just not need this if you replace the Zealantis with a Sidra. But yeah, the Kaijus are cool. You can also like go down on like the shrine count to like 2 or 1 copies, as well as like maybe like you don't want to main droplets. That's also fine. So there's ways to make this deck 40. But yeah, it was pretty cool and it worked out. I don't know if this would be like a list I want to take to like an event or like a regional event, but in terms of a locals, I think the Kaiju variant was pretty cool. Trying to get off cool plays like with the Poseidra and the Zealantis and just ruining your opponent's day by playing the Kaijus is kind of cool. I do want to say I decided to play 3 Kaijus over playing like 1 Kaiju in like Small World because I valued, and you also could still play like 2 Kaijus, 1 Small World, or even 3 Kaijus, 1 Small World, just to have some more consistency to get this, but also to be able to like cycle through and like get starters. That's actually not a bad line at all to actually play Small World. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. But the reason I didn't play Smart is because I found more value in actually just hard opening the Kaiju, because I noticed that players who would make Dweller against me would hold off on actually activating the Dweller effect until I committed to the board, so I couldn't imperm the Dweller in response. So the Kaiju acts as a way to just shotgun and just tribute that Dweller before they can even activate it. So that was like the theory, like one of the ideas around playing the Kaiju in the first place. Although I don't think the Kaiju actually plays super well in like Malice, which is unfortunate, because like whatever you tribute, they can just kind of stun back with GW6. But yeah, so that's it for the deck. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. Give me your input, and yeah, I look forward to talking to you guys in the next video. I'll catch you around, and peace.